think he is just not going to come. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I don't care. I assume, like, I now always assume if Gnome's not on time, that he thinks that he told me that there would be a reason why he didn't come, but just forgot, or just didn't do it. But I'm just going to assume that. And with Sir, we know that there might be some shenanigans. Anyway.
Yeah, no, Sarah had to go meet family.
Yes,
Yeah.
That is what I recall as well.
Okay.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Izzy, you may summarize last session.
Are you sure you want this?
Yes.
Yes, more than ever.
Well, last time on the last session.
Don't say it.
I'll go to the last session. I wasn't gonna do that lame ass shit. Anyway,
At least call it Dark Heresy X instead of what you would normally say.
I couldn't think of nothing witty,
Okay.
but I will do that next time.
Right.
We decided to assault the headquarters of the Dust Reapers.
Dusk.
But very close.
Yeah.
The Dust Reapers. Okay. The Dust Reapers.
They're dead. Doesn't matter.
Yep. We beat their ass. They shot rockets at us. We decided to do a spearhead in front. Some sisters got killed. I didn't get touched. Actually, yes, I did. Like, once. Everyone else did fine. Gnome did some things. Once we were in the cave, Gnome, I guess, read a book. Pondered about his life.
No one wasn't even here.
No, I'm telling you what his character.
I think he was... Okay,
He shot bad guys.
Realistically, he would have kept the perimeter secure against possible enemy reinforcements and such shenanigans.
And since nothing did come from behind, we can only assume that he did a fantastic job at it.
Exactly.
Or that nothing came behind because they saw a bunch of sisters that said, fuck this shit.
No, that is not how the Heresy thinks.
Also, the air vehicle
Yeah.
probably did a good job with that, too.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Air vehicle thanks. We went inside. We killed some people. We captured a witch. We interrogated the witch, got some information. Witch had a vision. I don't understand witches' visions because I'm not heretical. So, yeah. Now we're gonna have someone else who could possibly understand the witch's visions, figure it out.
Now, the real question is, do you just not remember what was said, or...
I just don't remember what was said. That's bullshit.
I mean, A for effort. It is. I mean, I could totally respect that in this instance.
Yep.
I mean, if you don't understand what's going on, it's very difficult to remember.
That being said, I mean, if someone can summarize the vision, go ahead. Although I don't think it is immediately relevant. Although I can post it again.
Some shit about crows, bad stuff, dark places, chaos. You know, that bullshit. It's bad enough that we decided to put a bullet in our head. It's fine.
Okay.
Even though if I could have...
We got this under control.
Alright.
If only she could have been redeemed, but she's already unredeemed.
No. She had the 8-pointed star on a tattoo. There was no redeeming that.
Yeah.
Well, which...
No, we killed the witch.
Well, we still got a witch.
What an interesting pun.
Thank you.
Actually, give me just a moment.
You may have 5.
Okay. How
Remember?
long are 5 moments, really?
However long it takes me to spell a moment 5 times.
Do you know how to spell moments?
Yeah. I'm not... M-O-M-E-N-T-S.
No, that's moments.
Oh my gosh. Holy shit.
Busting balls today.
Oh my god.
You tried.
Oh my god. Robot, you could have just let that lie, man. No.
It didn't matter. If he didn't, I did as well. So you were doomed.
I was already doomed for the start. Oh man. Sadness. Josh.
Nobody took any of the player characters took any serious wounds last time, right?
I took like 4 damage out of.
No, I did go into critical.
Okay.
I'm down to 7. I lost half my wounds.
Okay.
Well, we're not gone first.
Valus recovers up to the point that he has 0 critical damage.
Okay.
I can do some first aid too on everybody
give
if
it?
necessary.
I don't remember him doing.
He did not
first aid.
do. He did not do.
I did for the sisters.
He did not do player characters. He only did the NPCs.
Okay, then let's get that out of the way quickly.
Okay. Everybody raise their hands if you need some first aid.
I do.
He didn't say anything. He just said raise your hand, which I am.
Well,
okay.
Whether he can see my raised hand is not my problem.
Clearly, we need to play with webcam after all.
Oh hell no! Y'all don't want to see my hair right now.
I've already seen what Gnome looks like. I don't need to see that again.
I don't need to see everyone's fingernails.
That's all.
That was random as shit.
No, it's just no. Never mind. You don't get it.
I don't get it.
Canadian.
Oh, I get it. Because he's a gnome. So you don't want to be able to see his fingernails because he's so short.
No.
No.
I mean,
Gnomes.
Again, A for effort. I couldn't even think of that one. That was like I thought around 3.5 corners there. Anyway.
Okay. So is anyone going to help me out?
I don't think Robot can help you heal himself.
Alexia will, though.
Okay.
So that's a total of plus 50, which I believe is the max.
60, actually, is max.
Oh. Well, I think it's fine either way.
Did Alexia get hit or nah?
Nah, she's fine.
If she did, it was really, irrelevant.
Yeah, irrelevant in that fact.
So then, Gnome, will you help with UA?
And Gnome's not
here.
Gnome also has no amount of care.
Wait.
Sorry, how much
I
was
thought
that
they were saying
recovered?
Gnome. Okay, never mind. That should heal you for my intelligence bonus plus degrees of success, which is 4 plus 5, so 9.
Okay, cool. I'm next.
Okay, so here's for UA. Ouch.
Ouch.
What about fatigue? Are we recovered yet?
I think only resting will reduce fatigue.
Nah, this will be big enough. The pause. So yes, fatigue is fine. Sure.
Alrighty.
And we had to fly all the way back to Fortress Intractable, and there was a long time spent interrogating a witch. So, since
5 hours at least out if I'm right.
Yeah. Alright.
Here's for Izzy. There you go. You got
5?
6.
6? That puts me to 4.
Okay. Well, I guess that was a better roll than I gave it credit for then.
I didn't take much damage, so I was just hoping for at least 1 success. And I got that. So thank you. Thank you.
All right. Valus.
C.
UA, don't do that or your coworkers will start talking to you in Spanish again.
Yeah.
Yes, but however, I'm not talking to them right now. Now am I?
Well, not right now, but
Bad habits are best ended early.
yeah. Exactly.
Okay, Mom!
To be fair, if anyone has a right here to be your mom, it's Robot.
It's true.
Guess I need to get an apron.
Shit.
No, you need to tell him. You need to tell him that if he doesn't stop, you're gonna get a Switch. You're gonna get a big
Here,
Switch.
give me a minute. I'll give you my lasagna recipe. It'll be fine.
Exactly. Anyway.
Would you prefer lasagna or meatloaf?
Meatloaf.
I didn't ask you.
Wow.
Well, excuse me, Dad.
I have no strong feelings one way or the other.
Neutral, eh? Pound cake it is.
You guys suck. Lasagna are best. Anyway.
There's someone that can make it well.
Says the guy with an Italian girlfriend.
Exactly.
How is Lila's lasagna? Inquiring minds need to know.
Pretty good. I absolutely can't complain. In fact, it's pretty good.
I'm glad this is all on the recording.
He's exactly. Well, it's not like she ever listened to it, so. Bang.
No, but Christian does.
Okay, fair enough. Anyway, so Valis spent, of course, last few days being tutored by Nawakazi, which fulminated, you could say, in him learning the Ouroboros Spiritus, a specific spiritual technique helping him to stave off the worst of, what the warp might have in store for him when he loses control of his powers. Currently, Valis and Nawakazi are in, Nawakazi, or the astropathic chambers, dedicated to medication, message interpretation, and general relaxation. As, of course, Valis inquired about the vision he had and whether Nawakazi could help with that. After some consideration, luckily Valis passed his influence test to take up more of the Astropath's time. He did agree, although, with the specifics of the situation, he quickly admitted that he isn't particularly good at drawing, and that would be the obvious skill, secondary skill anyway, one might need, aside from, skills in telepathy. Which is why he called for one of the other astropaths working at the Fortress Intractable, a certain Viketa Gar. She certainly looks quite a bit younger than Nawakazi, also of a lighter skin tone. Unlike him, she doesn't bother with any sort of blindfolds or a deep hood or anything, presenting her burned out eye holes very prominently. And yes, now the question would be if Valis lets her plump into him unhindered.
How unhindered are we talking?
That is the question. It is a matter of degree, so you can certainly specify.
Because I'm not too particularly keen on people getting the digs on Arval and stuff like that.
which is very fair. I can suggest an alternative for you. You try to concentrate on what you have seen in with as much intensity and focus as you can muster, and I will just read your surface thoughts, and I will try to make the best of that.
Okie dokie.
Very well. She goes ahead and places her soft hands on your forehead. Just her face, just staring, if she could, although that's a little difficult without eyes. Empty into the ceiling. Now, try to remember as clearly as you can.
Valis attempts to remember as clearly as he can.
Yes. And this would be where I ask for a plus 10 perception test.
Plus 10 perception, he says.
That is what he said, yes.
Spend a fate point and make it a 30.
Okay.
I needed it!
Yeah. I mean, okay, I suppose it's more or less too late now, but a failure wouldn't have meant immediate failure, but this is essentially succeeding or producing something very workable.
Yeah, but my perception sucks.
Yeah, I'm just saying. That being said, if you had gotten like something like 80 while aiming for like a 30, 38 or something, then yeah, that would have been bad.
Correct. She would have drawn Sebastian.
His secret romance. Well, the whole thing...
he was the psyker all along.
Yeah. The whole procedure is, over before it really felt like it started. The touch of her psyche on yours was, relatively gentle and deft. Certainly from what you've heard. A lot of telepathy tends to be more intrusive and even to a degree painful than this. This was, luckily, not so. Yes. After about a minute, the whole thing is over, and she excuses herself, sits down on one of the pillows at the corner next to one of the shelves, and gets to drawing what she has seen. Now Akazi, who was just watching from the sidelines, turns to you. Again, with this somewhat unnerving way, how he almost seems to just look straight through you. Definitely not eye to eye. Definitely not, of course.
More astropath jokes.
Exactly. I have to milk them until they not become, until they finally lose any humor they had in the first place. Anyway,
Bart was gone too quick.
Yeah, that's true. Anyway, Namikaze turns to you. I suppose you could wait until she is finished. Otherwise, we could inform you once we have something workable. If you do not have any plans, I suppose I still have time to teach you a few more techniques or deepen what you already know.
No plans at the moment. We're recuperating from the last assault.
Very well. He says as he walks back over to you and sits on the pillow in front of yours, and again goes a bit deeper into the theory, the lessons of the Astra Telepathica, and some of the meditative as well as mental exercises that they use to control their power. Meanwhile, what is everyone else up to right now? That is everyone who's here right now.
I was going to see if Josh could get me a pain glove.
How much time would that take?
Rare is... Excuse me. 1d10 days.
So probably not.
I have two things in mind, but I probably only do one right now. The first one is, I lost that influence before, and you said I could try and fix the cultural misunderstanding I had with the guards at some point, but
yes.
Probably not. I think I might save that till after the investigation, though, because that might take a while.
Yeah.
So for now, I think I will go bug. Well, this is where I would bug Quinn in character,
okay.
but.
Okay, I'm very, very sorry to interrupt you there for a moment. Remind me, this is actually something from the past session, and I have it here as a question mark, which probably means that I didn't actually ask it and forgot about it. This was actually meant for Sir, but maybe one of you knows. Did Sir actually take care of the food deliveries for the mutants?
No.
Don't think so.
Likely
Is it
not.
realistic to expect that he ever will?
If you were reminded, he probably would.
I think it was like a time thing. Like if he had the time, he would do it.
Okay.
Oh, now I know what Robo's about to say. Shit, I need to go see Quinn too.
Okay.
I was gonna go see him about the armor.
Yep.
See if we can get it fixed up.
So you're not heading to the guard barracks?
No, I think I'll wait for that.
Okay.
Maybe even giving them a little time to forget how bad it was.
Maybe.
Maybe what?
But yeah, I think the armor is probably slightly more important right now.
Kinda, yeah.
Just for the record, since I promised that, but I forgot about it last week as well. The particular regiment that you were dealing with was the Tyrian 76th Light Guard, a heavy infantry regiment. So you were having to Quinn and trying to have him repair shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Can I do this? Can I do the same also?
I don't see why not.
Cool.
And I have noted down the name of the regiment.
Right. Okay, first robot, what are you?
What am I?
Okay, what are you, I'm sorry, I'm in two conversations right now. What are you letting get repaired?
The armor. Let me get up exactly which one it is. It was like heavy carapace or something, as a mechanically, if I remember right. And it was, the one that used to be best craftsmanship, and now it's not.
And you want it back to best craftsmanship, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it went down to good. Let me see here.
Yeah, because it took so many shots. Save
Yeah. Yeah, it went down to good.
Okay.
Militarum Tempestus Carpus.
Right. Well, let's see. Wait, didn't he get some bonuses from his thing? Yeah. When applying personal, when repairing damage. There we go. Okay, might as well use one of his fate points on this.
Oh no.
Well then.
There's a combi tool help with repairing stuff.
Yes, it would. I actually forgot about that, but he still failed it. But there's no damage to the armor.
Okay.
Yeah, the material, like the sheer quality of the smithing, and some of the techniques he's used are apparently beyond him.
Yeah, I'll ask him again later when he's got less brain damage.
Because of this, I actually made it an agility test right now.
Oh, okay.
On an intelligence, it would have looked even worse.
Yeah.
And what is Valeria going to...
Just my Imperial Guard flag, Sororitas Russian armor.
Okay.
It was best craftsmanship, and I want to make it. Well, it was best craftsmanship. It's good craftsmanship right now.
Right. Okay.
Hey.
Did I? Nope. Everything fine. Yep. Goes up again.
Yes. Best craftsmanship again, yes.
And he's down to 1 fate point.
Let's see.
And then he's going to have to make another test real quick. Excuse me. This is his test for trying to get the administratum and so on, and merchants, as the case may be, to buy the food he promised. Okay. He is busy for a day or two, but he manages to get the delivery sent and paid for, of course. Yeah. Okay, anything else?
Pray for Good Samaritan, sir.
Yeah.
Good Samaritan. Kill me.
Would the Sororitas have a pain glove?
Most likely not, because they would go old school for the most part, like actual flails, for instance.
Okay.
Mostly because they have the luxury of sitting around inside of fortress monasteries and,
Yeah.
you know, praying and meditating and ripping
flail.
themselves.
Yeah, flails, branding, that kind of thing. Okay. Okay. Anything else for Sebastian or Valeria?
I could always try to get the eviscerator again.
You could.
Well, I guess depending on how much downtime there is, I guess I could just go to try and talk to the guard, but I feel like that might consume a lot of time, which would be better with the investigation. But at the same time, I can't.
It depends on what exactly your plan is to fix mistakes.
Well, try to explain the differences in culture and try to make it up to them in some way. But so that would probably doing some service for them would probably take a while.
Or a cultural exchange.
I mean, we could handle it as a series of dice rolls, but you would still be busy for at least a day.
Yeah. It could lead to getting a decent ally too if I manage it. So yeah, I guess I could do that now.
Oh, okay.
It would at least let Sebastian get to know some of the people there, and if we need their help in the future, then it might be easier. I don't know.
Yeah.
That is how I'm justifying wasting Inquisition time.
I mean, right now, it's not like right now there's anything in particular you could do. Because, I mean, okay, Sebastian could do things, of course. But it's not like anyone else has like an immediate lead that you can jump on. So there's that.
Yeah.
And without direct guidance by the Inquisitor, you're kind of freewheeling this anyway. So there's that.
Also, pro tip: once I get a picture of a guardsman that I need to go find, the next place I'm going to look is the Imperial Guard.
There's that too. Okay. How best to do this? Yes. Sure. Just a quick series of tests to see your general success. You'll get a chance to determine some of them and your general approach. But first,
Okay.
do you have Common Law Van Nessus?
No, I don't.
If he needs help, I could assist. You know.
I got Imperial Guard and War.
Here, the first question would be whether you fully understand what went wrong in the first place. That's what the test would be for. So the question is, do you have someone, or do you want someone to go to with that, or do you have a different approach in mind?
Well, Izzy offered Valeria, so I figure that might be a good idea to bring someone who is familiar. So does Valeria have Common Law of Onassis?
I think he's gone right now, but she does, yes.
Go! Okay, I'm back.
Hi.
Oh my heart, have mercy, God, Jesus, save me.
Only the God Emperor can save you.
Okay, I'll go with you, yes. I do have Common Law of Onassis.
Okay, a plus 10 test, please, then.
Okay, that puts me in like a 39.
Oh,
That's not his role.
Yeah, I was scared for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, that's a chance.
Okay, plus 10. Wish me luck, robot.
Yeah, well, you'll do better than me no matter what, so there you go.
Okay.
So close.
So close.
I was so tempted to use a fate point too. I was like,
Your only fate point to help me with my influence thing.
Yes, exactly.
Gotta be useful somehow.
God.
Well, no, unfortunately, Valeria was not able to help you.
Okay.
if only I could use another something to help me like appear. Sadness.
You can improve your law skill. Anyway. So, that was unfortunate. Well, you're gonna have to do it the hard way. How do you intend to appease them?
Well, despite the fact that Sebastian doesn't know exactly what the problem was, he knows there was obviously a cultural problem, right? Like,
right.
even... Okay, so... he will sort of try to explain that he didn't mean any offense by whatever he did, and that he wants to make it up to them, and sort of he understands that he caused great offense and wants to what's the word?
Make amends?
Yeah, make amends.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then...
and, like, he'll let him know that obviously he's a guardsman himself, or was, and has connections now. He won't actually say what they are, but obviously we are so not subtle that they pretty much know.
Yes, exactly.
And that he can assist them in perhaps more... in perhaps matters that they can't get as easy access to as himself. If they have like some investigation that needs like a little push or stuff like that, or like they don't get enough supplies or anything like things like that.
Okay. That is a great offer you make them. A charm plus 50, please.
Okay. Oh, geez, that's like the one social skill I don't have. I'll fate point it,
All right.
and that'll put me at just a plus 50. So, let's do that. Oh wait, did I click on the? If I clicked on the sheet, it automatically takes away the 20, right? So I have to add 20.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go.
Like if it's untrained, it automatically deducts the...
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I added the 20, so that's the correct target number.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Actually, wait. Technically, I think I can't have that many, because that would be over 60, right? So yeah, that's...
I think on the whole it has to be over 60.
Yeah, no. The plus 60 max is for modifiers.
Okay.
It's not your characteristic can't go over 60. That would be a bit low.
Well, no, I mean, no, I had... Yeah, I guess...
Like, the final modifier, after everything is calculated, cannot be higher than plus 60 or minus 60.
Like, you can have minus 50 and then plus 100, and it's still fine because that's still plus 50.
Okay, that makes sense.
Well, you definitely got their attention with that. They just need a little bit more of a push.
Okay. Maybe I could use inquiry and figure out a problem they are already having, or something.
Yeah, yeah. Inquiry plus 20, please.
Okay, and I'm gonna use another fate point because I feel like this is important. So,
Yep.
hey,
Lamau.
I don't believe you were actually laughing your ass off.
It is very firmly attached today. It's true. Which is a damn shame. I wish I could laugh my ass off. Oh well. Sadness.
It's okay.
It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway. Hold on. Yeah. Recently, the commanding officer of the regiment, or I mean, he doesn't tell you directly, but that's what's coming through. A colonel by the name of Zendo Quano recently got into a bit of a kerfuffle with a Navy captain. The details are unknown to the NCOs and the rank and file, but since then the colonel hasn't been in the best of moods, and it's the regiment that has mostly felt the repercussions, the negative repercussions of this. If you're really so influential and have friends in high places, maybe you could find out what transpired between the two and try to fix it.
okay.
The captain going by the name of Margot Sofat. And as far as they are aware, he is currently anchoring with his frigate over Tyria. They do not know the name of the ship, though.
Okay. Good. And we don't know the ship. Okay.
But for the time being, they do appreciate your attempt to fix your mistake, and they overlook your somewhat primitive origins, and clearly, since you're newly minted Imperial, some mistakes must be forgiven, and as such, you recover your 1 point of influence.
Cool. Let's just start.
Okay. Yeah, this was just a day for you. Like a day of busyness, but that's it. What's Gaius doing in the meantime?
I'd be interested in... I can't remember, but how thoroughly did we research the regiment that became the Brotherhood?
So are the other 2 points gone forever then? Or...
Oh, you lost a total of 3 points, right?
Yeah.
For some reason I thought 2. No, you recover this one, and in case I forget the numbers again, note down the remaining 2 for when this is cleared, the situation.
Okay.
Essentially, the influence is a pay-forward boon, so to speak.
Yeah.
A sign of good faith.
Okay.
Not particularly. After it became clear that most likely this whole Brotherhood thing isn't something that is endemic to the Herculean regiments or the world in particular, but just something that was, to these few regiments that were fighting in Hive Eos. After that became clear, I don't think you pursued that any further.
Okay, yeah, I don't really have any other ideas then.
Of course, you could travel. I mean, Hive Eos is still on Tyria. You could travel there, research the history. Maybe there are other Brotherhood cells or similar stuff in Hive Eos.
Or perhaps the reason they disbanded or did this in the first place was because of massive corruption or a problem within the thingy.
Yeah, and of course the reason why they were fighting here in the first place was the mutant uprising in Hive Eos, which would also be something that you could look into. What happened there? What was the cause? What's the situation now? Is there a connection?
Well, the problem is I don't want to go to a different hive just by myself, so if other people are doing stuff on this hive...
Yeah, that's fair.
Probably just stick around here.
I got a question. How much 3 days do we actually have realistically?
Sorry, what?
3 days that we can do stuff. Realistically.
I mean, right now you have no definitive, oh, here we have to go, sort of lead. Or, oh shit, the clock's ticking. The hive is going to explode in 5 days, sort of. So, as long as you like, until someone comes and calls you a lazy fat ass for it.
I'm trying to figure out, do I want to go ahead and try the thing I keep on trying and get this eviscerator, or do I want to try to find someone who could teach me power weapon training?
Do you have a power weapon?
No, but I would like to get one.
Well, to be fair, in the case of the eviscerator, since you already know the source, assuming you're going after that source, the time to acquire it would be halved, or possibly thirded on a good influence roll.
So it would only take like maybe 5 days at the most.
It's very rare, or what is it?
It's very rare, so that's why I was asking, because it's a week, so...
Yeah, then it would be 1d5, yeah.
Okay. And what about the power weapon training?
Wait, if you want an eviscerator, why do you want power weapon training?
I have an idea. The idea is if I fail with the whole trying to get the eviscerator, I'm gonna probably just go power weapons, just like a power shield and like maybe a power sword.
Can I ask another stupid question?
Go ahead.
If you fail at getting the eviscerator, what makes you think you'll be able to get a power weapon?
That would have been what I would ask as well, because they are also like very rare and up.
If even more rare, if not as rare.
Not a very rare.
Okay.
I've been using this time looking through the book. If I don't get that, I'll probably just try to get my other idea. Just get a bunch of I'm going to murder this word. Unguents?
Unguents?
Yes, of warding. and put them on a bunch of places on my armor.
Okay.
That's okay. I say it wrong too. I usually just say unguents.
Yeah. So that's my
That
three
might
ideas.
actually be correct. I'm not sure on the word, but I know it. That it's probably not how Izzy said it.
Yeah. I'm just thinking about getting that on my armor. So, like, if maybe I try to fail this way, I'll probably just try to get hundreds of warding on my armor. That shouldn't be too hard to get. I mean, it's common, so.
Yeah.
Alright, so, fuck it. Let's try to fucking eviscerate it again.
Okay. Going back to the convent?
The what?
The place where the sisters are.
Yes.
Okay. Well, then go ahead and roll.
Okay. I've already done the math. I have a 43. But if I use a fate point, I'll have a 63. The question is, should I just try to get at least over half and not worry about rerolls? Or should I just take a fate point for a reroll?
Reroll would give you the better odds.
Yeah, reroll is always better unless your beginning chances are already very low, like 10% or something like that.
Less than 20%.
Less than
Can I try seeing if I can charm my way through this? Try to lower it. But would Pierre help with that, right?
I mean, technically at that point you would be double dipping, because it's for the charm and the influence test.
We all know they removed double dipping.
Yeah.
This is not Path X.
This is Path of Heresy.
I'm trying to use every thing I can to try to get myself a good chance.
But keep in mind, if you fail the charm test badly, it would turn into a penalty, and you still have to make the roll, which means your chance.
I have a strong feeling I might be okay, since if I can use Pierre, I'll have like a 63 test for charm.
And keep in mind, it is opposed, but okay, we can give it a try.
I mean, 63 still a good chance-ish. Well, okay, let's go.
Hey ho, let's go.
It's my motto.
Yep.
Anything else I got that could possibly help with this? Nope. Alright, let's go. Wait, what? That's not right.
Wow.
Saibot.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't give you any penalties. But yeah, your charm test, your charm doesn't fly. The cannon is not.
At least no penalties. I'm cool with it. By the way, that test is wrong. It should be like a 63. So
63 is still not enough to give you a penalty.
Yeah, good. All right, let's go. Here's the regular test. No bonuses. Holy shit!
He's losing his shit. Fuck.
You don't know how long I've been trying to get this. I'm happy. Okay, let's go. I got it.
Well, roll d5 to see how long the celebrations will last. Oh, only a day. Apparently they are in a hurry. There's no ceremony.
Alrighty, I'll tell him thank you.
Okay, thanks, bye.
Yeah. Well, they don't have a time for a proper ceremony, but it is headed over to Valeria as ceremoniously as they can handle, with a quick reminder that this weapon is more valuable than your life, so
I'll always
make sure
remember
to
this.
take good care of it.
Yes, sister, I'll make sure to do that. Okay, then. That's done. Yay. Does anyone else have anything they want to do?
Is this the GM now?
You did use a fate point on the acquisition test, right?
Nope.
How do you arrive at that target number?
Hmm?
How
I got the target number.
Yeah.
The target numbers. An Inquisition. Pierce Rogers.
Ah, yeah. There we go. That makes sense. Okay. Okay. Next up. So everyone except for Valis. Actually, no, Valis is still fine. Who of you feels that his work in the Inquisition has slowly eroded their original composure and made them a little bit paranoid and jumpy?
Like who?
Gnome would say yes.
I know that Gnome would say yes.
I'm just putting it out there.
Yeah? Anyone else?
Basically asking who in the group has basically made us seem like fall and be jumpy at everything. Is that how I'm understanding it?
Whether, yes, your character has changed in that way, yes.
Nope.
No one? Take the then everyone here can make me an awareness minus 30 test. Unless you have a less than 10% chance to succeed, then don't bother rolling.
I'm not going to roll.
It was what again? Sorry, minus 10.
Awareness minus 30.
Oh, minus 30. Yeah, no chance.
That's what you get.
Nope.
That was less than 10, so you wouldn't have gotten a chance. Valis the same, I think.
Yeah, mine would be the exact same target as Josh.
Okay. That's not too bad. This is the insanity that Gideon gets. Where is the advancements? Yes. Okay. Hey, he's even on insanity and corruption now. How about that? And here's his awareness test. +0. That's a pass. Yeah. Well, Gideon is not here, so we'll probably have to see about that next time. I'm just gonna make a note of this. Okay. Getting that out of the way. Sir is also not here. Oh yes, Valeria, you will notice, in fact, that the reason why there doesn't seem to be much time to hand you the Eviscerator with proper ritual and oaths and everything is because the Canoness seems to be, and some other like Sister Superiors and so on, seem to be occupied by a visiting Inquisitor. Through some whispers here and there, you would have learned that it is in fact Inquisitor Hauer who is visiting the convent.
Say that again, you broke up.
That it is Inquisitor Hauer visiting the convent and talking to the canoness and so on.
I'm gonna make sure to get out as quickly as possible before he wants to ask me questions again.
Nah, why would he ever do that?
Because nobody trusts you, Saibot.
Exactly.
Oh, what? Never mind. I'll ask you later.
I mean, if something up, so you can ask now.
What kind of shield do you have? You just have a
Power.
shield? Power. Okay. Interesting.
Why?
I was considering getting a shield.
What does it have to do with my shield?
He wants
Just
to
was
steal
wondering.
your shield.
No, I was wondering because I see shield for low tech and then I see power shield, so I was just wondering which one you had.
I started with a low-tech shield, and now I have a power shield.
Okay.
Well, a few hours later that day, most of the other acolytes still busy recuperating or on the move doing things. When your friendly little telepath finishes a drawing as well as the lesson imparted by Astropath Nabokasi comes to a close. And you have a seemingly fairly accurate charcoal drawing of the person appearing in your vision. Now with a bit of a clearer look on it, even with your you have common law Imperium at least, right?
Oh.
See.
Uh-oh.
Okay, no, never mind then. Uniformed person as before, Guard or Navy it seems. The age, of course, hard to tell from the drawing, but 40s, maybe early 50s, around that. Black, slightly graying hair, is kept relatively short. A stern expression on the face. But yes, you have at least some depiction of your visionary friend now. And yes, as far as you can judge, it seems to be fairly accurate to what you remember seeing in your mind's eye.
Hooray!
Now then, if you'll excuse me. She bows and leaves. I have to get back to my duties.
I give the sign of the Inquilla and thank her.
She returns it before heading out.
I also head out.
Farewell. May the Emperor protect you.
Emperor's mercy on us all.
Why is he whispering no to that?
You see, actually, Valeria is my secret Manchurian agent. She's not really a sister. Well, she is a sister, but there's more in the depths of her psyche than what even Izzy knows.
I thought the whole point of Izzy's character was that he's not his sister yet.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it starts. Anyway, what is to be done now? Everyone but Gaius is still busy with various kinds of stuff. Quinn is applying the paint. Gideon is roaming somewhere in the hive, you're not sure where. Valeria is at the convent. Sebastian is with the guard. And that's it.
So I get back and everybody's gone.
They have been gone for a while, as will become quickly obvious. Except for Gaius.
That's helpful. Gaius seems like he knows a thing or two, however. Let's go talk to Gaius.
What do you need?
I show him the picture that I have, and what do you think you can make out of this?
Well, what can I make out of it?
Okay, do you have common law Imperium or war? Or something of the kind, at least.
Imperial Creed. Not Imperium in general.
Wow. Nobody has the most basic common law. Well, certainly a uniformed person, guard or navy, one of those.
Surely, if it's the most basic, then something slightly more advanced would be some help, right?
What does Forbidden Lore numerology get me?
It'll get you the dimensions of the picture.
Yeah, exactly.
He has the most unholy dimensions you've ever seen.
Get it away from me.
That being said, with very little effort, you should be able to identify the uniform.
Could I just take a logic test?
I'm not sure how logic can help you here. Like, logic is built on premises that you can follow. But
I mean, logically, he's very important looking.
Yeah, absolutely. He's absolutely important looking. And whatever, obviously, as it is typical in the Imperium, the flashier you look, the more important you are. And usually the more hats you have, although he does not have a hat. So he might not be as important, but he looks flashy, although without a hat. He should
the lack of hat makes me think it's a dead end.
So yeah, some of them are uniform types. Maybe
although the Inquisitor in the picture we're currently looking at also doesn't have a hat, which makes me think.
No, but he has very fancy hairstyle, so
yeah.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Well,
my hair gives me super strength.
Well, how would you proceed then from here?
Harvey!
Who's Harvey?
Detective Harvey.
Ah, okay. Hey, it's me again! Oh god! Oh god, sweet Emperor, no.
Hey, it's alright. We didn't invite you to the last raid.
So, off to the Precinct Fortress we go?
No. I was... my gut is it's Imperial Guard, and so I will wait for the guardsmen to return.
And then I'll roll. Then I'll roll above 90.
No. There's nothing to roll. If you have the skill, you know it. It's so obvious that only someone who doesn't have the skill would fail on it. It's kind of like when you have Forbidden Lore demonology, but you don't know that demons exist. That's the sort of, level we're on here right now.
I mean, I guess it could happen.
I suppose in a
to be fair, that's exactly what Demon Lore or Forbidden Lore demonology would do for you in the real world.
It's true.
You know everything there is to know about demons, but you're pretty sure they're not real.
Right.
And you only know of them in an academic sense.
So, well, later that day, unless Gaius and Valis are doing something important,
Bonding.
Oh, go ahead, then.
No, it was a joke.
Wow.
Would you like to bond, Josh?
I don't think Gaius is terribly interested in bonding with Valis.
We can go get grot steak.
They could spar.
I also don't think that's one of Gaius's favorite
Pistols at
pastimes.
dawn.
So it will probably be mostly Valis doing his own thing and Gaius looking at him with the evil eye.
Yeah, sounds about right. Probably, I don't know, doing some sort of studying something or other.
Fair enough. Well, with your currently limited means, but I suppose you have something on your data slate to read.
Yep.
Well, later Sebastian will return, looking somewhat slightly exhausted from his lots of handshaking and apologizing.
Which is the perfect opportunity to go up and shove a picture in his face.
A picture is shoved in your face. It depicts... Okay, now you actually have to roll because there's a degree of information that I may only reveal on a good roll.
Okay, Imperial Guard?
No, actually. I mean, yeah, you would know it. So if you don't have Navy, just roll War at a -20.
Oh boy.
I mean, even if you fail, it's not particularly bad.
I'm gonna fate point this.
Right?
Because...
Are you sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah!
That's unfortunate.
Or wait, that's... Oh wait, I didn't... Shit, never mind, I accidentally put a... That would have been really bad anyway. That would have been a lot of failures, because I forgot about the -20.
Doesn't matter. You definitely recognize the uniform of a high-ranking Navy officer. Probably a captain, maybe an admiral, someone fairly fancy. You don't particularly know your way around Navy ranks, but you can definitely tell that.
Oh, well, Quinn is a captain in the Navy. Maybe we can ask him when he gets back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Let's see how Quinn makes his roll. And I think it is perfectly in Sir's interest if I use his special ability to get his common law Navy.
I believe, I completely 100% agree.
Okay. Okay, he takes 2 insanity out of this.
Yes.
Putting him at 15. And then let's see.
Will he get it?
Will he get it? Apparently not. Well, wait. I didn't actually apply any bonuses.
Yeah.
No, he would have actually passed. It should have been a +20. I forgot that. So he would have passed, actually. But he cannot tell you in as much detail as might otherwise be possible. Well, what he can tell you, though, is that it's definitely an admiral. Going by, well, obviously it's hard to identify by the insignia being drawn and everything, and not being particularly accurate, maybe. There might be some, like, various kinds of medals and some insignia telling you which battle fleet the admiral belongs to, but he can't identify those. But it's definitely an admiral, he's sure. Of course, the fact that he cannot identify the particular battle fleet, assuming it is Battle Fleet Varnassus, would be odd, to say the least.
That would have been my next question: is aren't you a captain? Don't they teach you these things? But since Quinn's not here, that would be unfair.
Yeah.
It looks like...
Sorry, to get the obvious side question out as well, he does not... Like, obviously he told you ranks, he's absolutely sure about that, but he doesn't know the person.
I suppose we need a Navy contact to go further.
Quinn seems to be spacing out a little bit at this. Not the first time this has happened.
Okay.
Should we go looking around
Sebastian, any ideas?
Well, I was at the 76th Light Guard Regiment building recently, and I was tasked with finding a captain myself. Perhaps following that lead would get us to know someone in the Navy.
Isn't Captain and Admiral two different things, though?
Yes, however, they're both Navy, and that's the point. Thank you, Izzy.
Some of you may notice that Quinn suddenly seems to sweat rather noticeably, like he's suddenly having a fever or something. Otherwise, he's still spaced out, or seems so anyway.
Hey guys, can you come help Quinn?
Sure. I'll give him a quick medical exam to see what's wrong with him.
Don't bother rolling for this. A certain state of agitation, like fear, triggered trauma. It doesn't seem to be all there right now, yes. And has all the physical signs you would ascribe to that.
It looks like he's had a bit of a psychotic break.
What?
His brain's fucked up.
It's totally fragged.
Why? How? What? What?
I don't know. Perhaps a... Perhaps...
Sorry about that. Go on.
I assume that mental health isn't a very widely practiced profession in 40K.
It depends.
Morale is important.
Yeah.
I would assume it's at the church.
Right, but
Yeah.
morale is very easy to maintain as long as a commissar is nearby.
Right. Let's say a very professional and sensible psychological aid is fairly rare. Most of the kind is very theological, you could say. But people who really know their Medicaid also, understand that there's a physical component to the whole thing, and that there are ways to calm a person without just throwing the Lectitio Divinatos in their face.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume that shell shock isn't exactly unheard of.
Not really, no.
So perhaps he had a bad recollection of something from his time in the Navy. Maybe an astropath could tell us more, but short of that, I'm not sure there's much we can do.
How long do you think he'll be like that?
I don't think I would have any way of telling, would I?
Well, at the very least, he doesn't seem to have gone full catatonic, just a bit out there. So, it seems like he will be back soonish. It's a bit vague, though.
Let's take him to the medical ward just to be safe.
He will, in fact, be gently led without lashing out.
That's a relief.
Yeah. Well, with that out of the way, the question is still who to approach. You have the scene again.
Who does?
You guys.
Us.
Vallis was about to talk about it before Quinn had his little episode here.
So what happened to push Quinn into that state?
We were asking him Navy questions, given that he was a captain in the Navy and thus a perfect person to ask questions to.
Maybe they sent him on such a strange mission for a captain because of his mental state. I mean, that doesn't seem fit to lead a ship to me. But it'd be a shame to retire him if he was honorable in his duty.
Such strange mysteries. So we need a contact in the Navy, so perhaps we can work on your issue and that'll get us somewhere?
It may. I mean, it's a foot in the door, at least.
Okie dokie.
Hold on a minute. I got a wait a minute. I got a question.
Yeah.
We have answers.
You said Sororitas don't pilot their own stuff. Doesn't that mean
Don't what?
they don't pilot or fly or anything? And what they do, someone else does it for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would the Imperial Navy be the ones to help them out?
I'm actually not entirely sure, but if you get any pilots, it would make sense if they're from there.
If possible, if I can get like an image for with my own hands, I can go try with the Sororitas since they might have a contact I can talk to.
We want to contact directly. We don't want to...
Well, yes, exactly. Someone who I can talk to myself, not, talk to them to talk to them. Just someone who I can talk to.
Also, you're not here.
Am I not?
I didn't specify that you were there, so... I could go either way.
So I get the image of that picture so I can help us out?
No, this is my image.
There are many like it, but
Actually, no, that's the point.
yeah.
Is that your real answer, Yui?
That's my real answer. I don't feel like parting with the image or creating duplicates of it.
Alright then. Well, I'll just contact you when I find a Navy contact. Good luck with your lead.
Yeah. Okay, just to get it out of the way, yes. Both the Lightning Fighter as well as the Avenger Bomber, which are essentially the only flyers that the Sororitas use with any regularity, are flown by bonded Imperial Navy airmen.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and chase the lead on my side then.
Okay. What exactly do you want to do?
I'll probably go to the Abbey. Well, actually, it's not an Abbey. Go to Sororitas base operations. Talk to someone as high rank as I can go and see if they can. Well, just anyone. Anyone high ranking and see if I could talk to them and see if they could possibly tell me of anyone who I could talk to in Imperial Navy. Based off Arch importance.
Yeah, make an inquiry test using your influence. Plus 20 and peer applies.
Alrighty. So it's 73, yeah? That's a 73. That's your big old influence, Heresy? Okay, so it's where's my pop-up? Oh, here it is. 34.
Okay. Hold on. I get back to you in on that in a moment. But
Okay.
first, Yue, what are you doing?
I want to help Sebastian solve his issue.
Okay.
Yay!
Yay!
We can do anything if we do it together.
Alright, well, obviously Sebastian will share the details, maybe even write them on his data slate or something, and just the 76 Light Guards, Colonel Xander Quano got to a disagreement with where's the guy's name? Captain Margot Sofat, and we don't know why, and it's having a negative effect on the regiment, and we gotta find out why and resolve it.
Right.
And he's docked right now over Tyria, but we don't know the name of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
But we know the name of the captain?
Yeah. So I'm sure we can just go to like the shipyard and be like, hey, we're Inquisition.
Who shipped that? Surely the Administratum would have records of who's captaining which ship and where it is.
And probably find that.
Yeah. That sounds easy enough.
Yeah.
What would I roll for that?
Sorry, what exactly?
Finding out who's captaining a certain ship.
Well, you
through
first
Administratum records.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first you would need to get access. So there is that. Although that wouldn't be difficult with your history. Give me a influence test plus 10, actually plus 30, your peer applies.
Okay. So influence plus 40 altogether.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a pretty good number of successes.
Yeah. Okay. And then we have a scrutiny test to see how well you find your way.
All right. Any modifiers?
Minus 10. And you will be busy for 1d5 days.
I will put one fate point towards giving that a plus 10.
Oh, okay.
Wow. That was,
Needed.
yeah. And then 1d5, you said?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Okay. So he is busy sifting through the deepest info tombs, probably with an expedition. A couple administratum enforcers are following you into the data vaults as you sift through archived information. Some of it, well, not so up to date as you like, but you managed to correlate it all properly. You also learn in the process this that most of these reports are secondhand, and because of that, maybe spotty. The main Monitorum archives, as pertaining to Battlefleet Varnassus, are not in fact on Tyria. So, as I said, mostly secondhand.
That's a surprise.
But you do get a good overview of what can be found there. And once you have more information, you can make something with your findings. Quickly back to Valeria. Oh, sorry. Gotta stretch for a moment. They give you this name, who she's an officer, Anika Nita, on a frigate that is often used to deploy forces of the Sororitas from the Blazing Flame here to other worlds in the sector when Blazing Light, sorry, when necessary. So the frigate and the Sororitas here have a bit of a close working relationship, one might say. And the first lieutenant is obviously the second in command on the ship, and she also manages the general oversight of any attack craft that are part of the ship.
Okay. And who was the one who gave me this information?
That was the Palatine.
Palatine.
Antonia Mirva.
You write that in chat, please?
I mean, this is not the first time you had talked to her.
Okay. Thank you.
quick correction. It is not a frigate. But the name of the light cruiser class that has a actual launch bay escapes me at the moment, but I'll get back to you on that when I have the time. It doesn't particularly matter right now.
Yeah, it's the time of that Earthship launch right now, yeah.
Yeah. The ship itself is the Ray of Destruction.
That is a hell of a good name.
Okay. Which brings me back to Valis and Sebastian.
Ray.
So yeah. How do you intend to approach your part?
What was the name of the ship we found? Or did we find one?
We're waiting on guys to get back.
Okay.
It's gonna take them like 5 days.
Oh, 5 days. Shit,
Yeah,
okay.
we don't know that.
Yeah.
Missed the days part. But yeah, we don't know that yet. So,
maybe you have a different source to ask about it, or you could just chillax.
I'd like to know once I do get my information, I would let them know I have a contact.
Well, there you go.
I guess we'll chillax.
Just ignoring Valeria.
Well, okay, well, you have a contact. It's a first officer. Does she know admirals?
We could find that out. I was going to go equipped to talk to her, and I would like to have you guys be with me if you like.
Why?
why not?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, if we're just gonna dick around for 5 days, we may as well go with Valeria.
I will wait for Gaius. You can go with Valeria.
You really think, like...
Well, what if Gaius comes back?
He has a fucking thingy. What's the thing called? Voxcaster.
Yeah.
Oh, this reminds me. Because the thing is, we have these essentially two strings of events that kind of go in the same direction. Josh.
Yep.
If you're willing to spend a fate point to get 1 extra degree of success on your test, then you would be a lucky son bitch and actually get, obviously after the 5-day period, get a file of a captain who seems awfully familiar to you.
Sure.
That's a yes?
I'll do it.
Okay. This is, Admiral Photos Viasis is, appears to you awfully familiar. Very much, like the drawing you have seen, in fact. The documentation on him is already a decade old, but at least back then he was just newly promoted to captaincy of a cruiser. Okay, that's an important bit. He definitely looks like the drawing, like the similarity is uncanny, but in the files he's still filed as a captain and not as an admiral. That's important. But yeah, this is about a decade ago, and he just took captaincy of a light cruiser. Name I have to look up for a moment, but it's not immediately relevant. Yeah, you have a name.
Cool. Well, I will share that information with everybody.
In 5 days.
5 days. Yes.
It's not something that will become immediately relevant, but there's another little
Avenue of this one this foster.
Yeah. And it is the internal flame. Yeah. Important that you keep these apart. So yeah. Valis, Valeria, and Sebastian heading to the spaceport then?
Unless there are objections from UA.
Sure, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
Obviously well, not so obviously, but it's a busy day. Getting through the hive and into the spaceport is multiple hours of travel and waiting. Seems to be a busy day as far as orbital traffic is concerned. So, anyone who has nightmares of airports, this is like this times 3.
Oh.
Well, it's like, but we're the important people in the airport, though.
Yes, that is an important question. Are you throwing that weight around?
I wouldn't.
We are the TSA.
I mean, to be fair, guys, they already know who we are.
Yeah, but we want to be assholes.
Yeah, that's a point. That's a point.
Watch me strut.
Watch me day.
That being said, people...
Easy, go to your room.
People will definitely make a large... keep a large distance from Valis.
Why would people keep a large distance from me?
The scary armored man with the shield and everything?
You got like a maul, don't you?
Yeah. But it's all bright and shiny, so clearly I am the Empress Champion.
Clearly.
If anybody is scared of me, then they have a reason to be scared.
That you're a witch, for instance.
Who said that?
Everybody
Guys.
Anyway, at the terminal, you could say, is what it is essentially. The members of the Luminous Guard that are taking care of the proceedings and ensuring that only who is authorized may go up and only what is authorized can come down. Don't actually make too much trouble when you tell them. Actually, or you're trying to deceive them in some form or fashion. It's going to be difficult to get to the ship, though, if you're going to get on the wrong transport, but I'm just asking for...
I don't see no reason to deceive them, do you?
Me neither.
Right. Yeah, they find very little objection to your little Arvis flight. They apologize, though, that they have to put you in with some cargo, but that is unfortunately the situation.
I just tell them this.
Not the worst transport conditions we've had.
Yeah. I do appreciate them being able to fit us in, though.
Yes. At least the final stretch was much quicker without all that extra paperwork. Yes, and so you're leaving the atmosphere of Tyria again, and docking, or being rather flown into one of the mighty vessels of, well, orbiting right now. Both Navy, and definitely some merchant vessels as well, of course.
Can I ask a really stupid question that's probably too late to ask?
Yes.
We have our own harvest lighter.
Actually a gun cutter, but the thing is, though, how would
We
you
have
get
our
on
own
the ship?
Asking nicely.
Okay.
But our pilot's in like the hospital with like PTSD.
By clearing our throats pointedly before asking nicely.
Yeah, we have no one to fly.
Right. Damn it, Quinn.
Yeah.
Damn you.
That being said, all the waiting and the travel essentially means that 1 day is already passed. If anyone has any wounds left, I don't think they have. You would heal another one.
Yay!
Okay.
I need a beer back.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we might as well have a very quick 10-minute break.
Ooh,
Okay. I'll go make a sandwich. I'll be back.
Yep. And it is time for this. Yes.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
I might as well grind on Final Fantasy while I'm waiting. Gotta get to level 70 minor.
I wish I could be grinding PoE.
I mean, yeah. At least
I wish.
Upon the fish.
They didn't delay the beta, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try stupid builds. I mean, I can try them otherwise, but they haven't even merged the Legacy and Standard yet, have they? It's still, like, separate.
Yep.
Why? You can't even
know.
do the challenges anymore.
But you can't do the challenges anymore?
No, they closed those, like, a month ago. They
But
just haven't
Legacy's
merged it.
still going on?
It still exists as a server, but you can't even do the challenges. They've all, if you haven't done them, they have an X on. Excuse me, they have an X on them now.
That's retarded.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
so-
pretty dumb.
So they're like failed, but you can't. Like they haven't merged it. It's so stupid. I just want to get my currency and use some of the items I saved, and maybe try a new build on Standard if the beta's not out yet. But no.
There you go, finally, yeah, Jesus. I plan on doing Wild Strike, I'm kidding. Probably gonna do that Scion idea I had. If I'm not too busy with Final Fantasy.
I'm gonna do Dominating Blow and then cry when I get to the Act 5 boss.
Yeah, I don't think Dominating Blow is going to work against, what's his name?
Good old what's his name?
No, even the one before Kitava.
Malachi?
Patience.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Sounds like you're not gonna have patience with that.
I'm back.
I mean, if I get enough strength, which is what I plan to do, I'm going to do like a strength build and give my minions my strength with the Baron helmet.
Right.
But if I do that, then I can just hit things when I don't have minions, and I should be okay.
You should hit more things, clearly.
I mean, it won't be the most efficient thing, because at that point, it's like, hey, why not just do another build where you only hit things, right? But whatever. It'll work. It'll be fun.
Yeah, as long as it's fun. That's what matters.
Oh, hey, 27. Can I just do this and skip that? I can. Okay, let's go.
Okay. Well,
Move this cup
as you
over.
disembark...
Move the mic over here.
Ah, there you go. I'm back.
Clean my glasses.
In fact, I have
Welcome
to
back.
now, but my timing is impeccable, clearly.
Hello.
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 Well, anyway, you disembark from the Arvis onto the Ray of Destruction. The by the way, I figured it out. Defiant class,
Okay.
light cruiser. Again, it doesn't particularly matter.
A fluff.
Yeah. Ray of Destruction. Awaiting you is half a legion of armsmen standing at attention. Including, of course, some their sergeants and warrant officers, and in the center of the whole gathering is a relatively youngish-looking lady in Navy officer uniform. Also standing to attention, not saluting though, as you come down from the office. Greetings. Welcome to the Ray of Destruction. We have been told there are important Imperial dignitaries visiting us.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. I'm guessing you are First Lieutenant Aniki Anita?
That is correct, yes.
Alright, we'd like to go ahead and talk with you properly about some matters.
You hear a grumbling from some parts of the assembled armsmen. She takes a deep breath. Very well. I will take the lead then. Follow me.
Thank you. I feel so bad for when they got all ready and stood up and everything, and they just had to go back.
Well, Sebastian and Valis are falling also behind?
Following.
Yep.
Okay. I must warn you, this is going to a bit of a walk. I didn't expect you to want to talk to me personally.
I can understand that, but we have some matters that, we gotta keep confidential.
I mean, we could speed it up. We're trying to find a specific captain and or a specific admiral, and we're trying to see who our best contact would be in that regard.
So
if you're not the best person, that would make this a much faster trip for both of us.
She takes out a handkerchief and quickly wipes some sweat from her forehead. I would gladly help you. If I can hear the name, I can probably give you some information. No need to bother the captain.
Unfortunately, we do not have a name, but we do have a picture of the person. As I look at Alice.
She also looks to you.
UA?
Oh, we have a name. We just don't know what it should be on.
No, it's a picture.
Okay,
They're asking for a
I
picture.
think-
We're pursuing both avenues here.
Exactly. I think what happened here is people. I mean, I totally understand it. It almost happened to me as well. But people getting the things that they're pursuing right now a little bit mixed up. But what do you do then to as a reply, Valis?
Give her the name of the captain.
Which captain? You know, at this point there are a lot of names in the game.
Well, obviously, one's. Oh yeah, what was the other one? The other one's an admiral, though, right?
We don't know his name yet. We won't know that in 4
Exactly,
days.
he's an admiral, and we don't know his name. So if I only know one name, why are you asking which name?
There's what?
I mean, he.
I asked for.
I mean,
No,
he
the
has-
picture. Yeah, the picture, dude. Valeria asked you for the picture.
I know that.
Yes,
I know
here's
that.
The, here's the thing. No, hold on. Valeria wants to find out who the admiral in the drawing is. Valis, on the other hand, wants to fix the honor and fuck up between the colonel and the captain first. That's what we're stating right now. So Valis just no-sells the request for the drawing and instead gives the name Marco Safat. Is that correct?
Right.
There we go. Safat. A firestorm frigate, I believe. Often giving fire support for guard units on the ground. I believe it's the Gaze of Onassis.
What was that last bit?
Gaze of Valnassus. She says.
Sebastian will note that down in his data slate.
Okay, well that's what I'm doing. But I'm talking about the admiral in the picture. I'm trying to find that. We're trying to find that out. Or are you going to try to hinder me?
She's just staying silent.
You
I
eh?
stare at
Hard to tell if you're being quiet or if you're AFK.
Is he not alright?
So here's my thing.
That's Anika to Valeria.
He's just very a silent person sometimes.
Okay.
We're not going to concern the poor first lieutenant or first officer with the admiral at this time.
Wish she could possibly know that information to help us speed our investigation. You'd rather just lollygag on.
We're also not going to discuss that in front of the first lieutenant.
She tries her hardest to have like a deaf look on her face, kind of spaced out, as if she's not listening.
Do you have a way of introducing us to that particular captain or getting us on that ship that we can meet him?
I could ask the captain. I'm fairly certain the Gaze is in orbit right now as well.
I think that would be the most helpful.
She throws her heels together and quickly makes way to the nearest Vox station to get some in contact with the bridge. Leaving earshot for a while.
It would be less than prudent to start from the bottom to have someone who's at the bottom try and find their way up. We need to go up step by step.
It sounds like
ingratiate ourselves to the Navy, and then we'll get the information we need. Not just shove pictures in people's faces and go, "Hey, you know this guy."
It sounds like what you want to do is have still feet when we need to go ahead and get things ready.
Well, you two, I see you both have a point, though. I have to agree. Val's in this case. I do understand your intentions, Valeria, but the Navy. Well, we're our only member of the Navy on our little band of investigators here is currently indisposed, so we don't want to scare the Admiral before we get to him.
Well, the fact that we're here in the first place probably doesn't help that, if that was what your attention.
There's many people in the Navy here. I'm sure they're all equally scared of us right now.
And word spreads. So
there are many admirals, and he doesn't know we're after him yet, and I intend to keep it that way.
Well,
because
Sebastian,
yes.
Well, Sebastian, you are the one over this. So if you say that's your order, then I will follow it.
I think a low rank isn't necessarily a bad idea, but it should be someone perhaps close to him.
And as you say, word spreads. If we ask her and we don't trust her yet, it'll probably reach him faster.
As you wish, Sebastian. If you need me to do anything else, let me know. But at least we got the information you needed.
I mean, you have done very well, Blair. This is a good avenue of investigation. We just need to ask the right questions. That's all.
As you wish, Sebastian.
Well, at this point, somewhat in the distance, you would see the first officer, Nita, is ready, standing a few meters away from you, as if waiting for you to pay attention, finish up, essentially.
Alright, I'll go ahead and walk towards her. And I guess much for Sebastian to come to sensitive information for him.
She seems a bit more straight back now again. The captain said that would be alright. In fact, the gaze of Vanassus is currently in orbit. Apparently you have been lucky they only returned from some patrol action a few days ago. And the captain is willing and able to vox them and arrange a meeting without problem.
Wonderful. How fast would he be able to do it?
I don't believe it would take any time at all. Just give the word, and we'll make every arrangement as necessary.
I'll look at Sebastian.
He'll nod approvingly.
If you like, you could dine in the officer's mess, or just wait a few hours until we receive the go-ahead from the gaze of Vanassus, and then we can send you on your way.
Let's dine. Get to know the Navy and the officers.
Perfect. I'm
by the way,
that August individuals like yourself are used to more luxurious meals, but unfortunately the captain enforces a rather Spartan diet here. But we will, of course, try to, well, give you the best that we can offer.
It'll be appreciated. Oh, by the way, Paltine, Antonia Murphy gives her awards.
Yes. The Palatine. You see, this ship is bonded to the ecclesiarchy. We often transport the Sisters of Battle to their wars of faith and carry the attack wings that they need for air support.
Ah, wonderful. It's good to see good working relationships.
Indeed. Please follow me to the mess hall. And indeed, while walking deeper through the halls, you would notice, while of course you haven't been on many Navy vessels, it does seem to jump out at you that, especially once you get into some of the officers' areas, officers' quarters, and so on, that banners of the ecclesiarchy and the sororitas and also Ministorum priests among the crew seem to be noticeably common, more than you would perhaps expect. Of course,
I certainly didn't expect it.
Yeah. Of course, definitely dominated by Navy personnel, but the touch of the ecclesiarchy is certainly noticeable. In fact, one of the banners that is hanging in the mess hall is, in fact, that of the Sisters of the Blazing Light. The first officer wasn't joking, though, about the food. Most of it is some kind of unidentifiable white, grayish gruel. With a very clear amount of just spices essentially thrown on top of it to make it taste like something. But it does its job. It's at least, except for the consistency, it is not too disgusting, and the spices, although you find it hard to actually identify what they are, definitely do their job in making it palatable. There we go. Yes.
It's better than eating rations on Coruscant.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's definitely better than corpse starch by miles, at the least. Like, it doesn't look particularly inviting, but it doesn't taste as disgusting as it looks. So there's that.
Valis, as always, is always thankful for consuming the foods of rational and civilized men and women of this great Imperium.
Yeah.
I will be eating the food and while having my data set out, writing notes and reading the stuff.
And things.
Alright.
You trying to get the recipe?
Is this Final Fantasy 15? Fuck!
Snap.
Yeah.
I just don't have a new recipe.
Yeah. So, okay, the question is, okay, Valeria is the recipe guy. Who's the fishing guy? Who's the exploration guy? And
Guy is the picture guy.
Okay.
Quinn drives the car.
Alright.
Even though that was also food guy.
I mean, they had less people, so it makes sense, I suppose. Anyway,
Perfect boy band.
Yeah, exactly. Except for eating and waiting, are you doing anything in particular?
Let's try and meet with the locals.
Yeah, there are other people eating, or is it just us?
Some lower-ranking officers, at least as far as you can tell by their uniforms and the relative lack of adornment, are eating as well.
I guess just try and make a good impression, like just treat them like anyone else, and try not to be intimidating, big inquisitorial people.
If I see them getting up, I'll go ahead and stop my notes briefly to go help do all that also.
Sorry, what?
If I see them getting up, I'll stop doing my notes briefly and go forth do the same thing?
Well, we're eating with them, so I figured we'd just like
okay.
talk. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, then.
If we're eating with them, I will not be doing notes because all that is private.
Yeah.
I will tell Saibot what these notes are.
Well, how would you open up a conversation then?
Sort of compliment the food and admit that we usually eat rations, despite the assumption that we eat very well.
My bathroom just started flooding, so I'm gonna go roll back real quick.
Wait, how are we going to use that as an opening for the Navy men?
Oh, jeez.
One of the young officers goes,
Greetings, fellow seamen.
never seen you around here. It doesn't look like much. Sometimes I, no. It's pretty perfect. Like I've been on other ships and it was way worse. It's perfect here. So,
Perfect.
So
Guess we'll be
your guard.
Yes. Or, well,
Well, I'm not.
I am. Or, well, you know how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah. Enjoy your stay, whatever you're doing here. And he,
Well, so
raises
far
his
I am
nose.
quite enjoying it.
My Discord is froze. Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. But
Oh.
you probably can't hear us if it's frozen.
Well, I can hear y'all. I just can't manipulate anything.
Oh.
One of them, well, actually, somewhat brashly, look at you directly and ask, okay, there's something with the Inquisition, is that right?
Actually, we're here on unrelated business. I, admittedly, made a fool of myself to the local guard regiment, and I'm doing them a favor to make up for it. I'm here to just speak with your captain and see what the little disagreement he had was. Maybe see if I can fix it.
Not necessarily for Sebastian, but for Valis and Valeria, it would be obvious that the other two officers sitting at the table are somewhat aghast that he would ask this so obviously, so directly. So it's like even Inquisition types have like a leave. That's amazing.
Well, we haven't actually been on leave per se, but there's downtime where we can pursue our own agendas, one would say.
I mean, astropathic messages still take a while.
Yeah, I guess so.
Also, the nature of the sorts of investigations we would do require both imposing and giving great favors, and one needs contacts and peers, and so there's any downtime, and I use air quotes, that one might have is usually spent towards that end, acquiring peers and performing favors, so we're never really done.
You're a lot more approachable than I would have expected you guys.
Well, being unapproachable has its benefits, but that you can't get everything done like that.
But
I'm not scary enough to pull that off. I'd look like a fool.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Maybe after a few more years and a few more scars.
The one that Sebastian originally talked to. Okay, so forgive my impudence, but you're not here to investigate any of the crew?
Nope.
Nope.
As far as we know, everything's fine here.
Thank the Emperor.
We're just here to...
I of course don't mean like there's anything bad. I was just worried that you might be wasting your time, because we are, like, perfect paragons.
I don't believe that. However, I am also an Arbite, so I understand the apprehension that even the most loyal, and the most dutiful would have in the presence of such imposing authority. It happens all the time. It's fine.
Mm-hmm. He nods, clearly understanding. And then the conversation would kind of die down from there, unless you start up a new topic.
So where have y'all been? Surely y'all aren't in orbit around Tyria all the time. Not on a ship with a name like Ray of Destruction.
The somewhat more energetic, positive one jumps at that. Well, you see, we actually got the name from... Well, I don't know how familiar you are with ship construction and so on, but the Defiant class is usually a fairly short-range vessel, but our lance batteries are something special. Nothing like it exists in Barnessus. I think that's one of the reasons why the sisters like us so much for orbital support. But anyway, usually, well...
I feel like in a different life I knew a thing or two about lance batteries.
Yeah. So yeah, we have essentially special leave from the rest of Battlefleet Varnassus to support the Ecclesiarchy in whatever ways they need when there's not some like big maneuver or something of the sort. So usually we're going where the sisters or the church needs us.
Which is why there's ecclesiarchal trappings everywhere.
Exactly. Yeah, this ship is essentially bonded, bonded to the ecclesiarchy. Of course, like Supreme Command is still Navy, but you know it's complicated.
Such as many things.
Yeah.
Such as serving the Imperium. So where have y'all been? Like, any cool engagements?
Give me a charm plus 30, please.
One day I might pick up charm.
One day.
Can I assist him?
How would you do that?
I'll mention.
She's gonna bat her eyes.
Yeah.
Or lean in close, expecting a really cool story.
I would. Can I talk?
Yeah, go on.
I would say I am also interested in your previous engagements, especially from being part of the sisterhood. I would love to learn what kind of things my sisters have done on other worlds.
Yeah, Valis is getting assistance.
Assistance is plus 10, right?
Yeah.
Cool. This is still gonna suck a little bit. That.
Is your fellowship that low?
Well, charm is a minus 20, and then it was plus 20.
It was plus 30, wasn't it?
I know, that's what I thought. Fellowship.
So you would have a plus 20 in general.
Either way, it's a 67.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. It was supposed to be plus 20 in general, so it should have been a 52, but that's still a 67. But I have fate points, so I'm just going to roll 1d100 and go off of a target of 52 again. That's a 4.
Okay. Nothing much since I have joined a few minor skirmishes with pirates, but I think he knows some stuff. He points to the one sitting opposite of him. Yeah. Hold on, before I use the wrong name here. Yeah. So, one time it was actually on, with the, on behalf of the Navy, no ecclesiarchy business. But there was a major pirate fortress, hideout, whatever you want to call it, out in the Pale Worlds. So, Battlefleet Calixis put together a little task force to clear out that nest after we got some information about the exact location. And, there were a lot more than we originally bargained for. Didn't look so good at times. I think this might have been the most damage this ship has ever sustained in its, recent lifetime anyway. But,
wait, did you say Battlefleet Calixis?
Did I say Calixis?
You did.
Varnassus, of course.
That was going to open a whole new ream of questions.
Okay, so we're working together with this fleet all the way up in Segmentum Obscurus.
From the other side of the galaxy.
Well, it's not technically the other side. I mean, it's still the west, essentially. It's just
but the sectums are huge.
That is true. I suppose it is the other side of the galaxy in the sense that this is south versus Obscurus north, I suppose, yeah.
Right.
Vanessa, sorry about that. They had a frag load of bombers and other attack craft. And we actually lost most of our veteran wingmen there. It was pretty tough, but in the end we made it out. Although if you want any of the stories of crazy dogfighting, you're probably better off asking some of the veteran wingman about that. I'm actually anxious for our next deployment. There are plans to send us to the Villa Pond Reaches. I don't know if you have heard, there has been some a secession. He leans in for a whisper. And,
there's been whisperings of something like that, but we've been so busy in our investigation we haven't really looked too deep into it.
Yeah, and as far as I know, Navy and Fleet are both mustering their forces right now for a bit of strike, and we already know we will be there. And some of your sisters, too.
Ooh. Interesting.
Sounds like a major endeavor.
Well, from what I know, Darum and the Darum system and the surrounding planets were fairly big, so who knows what kind of forces they have there, but they won't stand against the combined might of the Imperium. I think that the Sector Command is just going to make an example, and that's why they want to crush them with maximum force.
Fellas nods. Understandable.
Makes sense to me.
It's how we do everything else.
Well then. was nice. Later. Well, on the way to the Gaze of Onassis, a Firestorm class frigate. Again, the flight is a couple of hours because space is big, even when you're just circling the orbit of a planet. Excuse me. On the Gaze of Onassis, the scene looks somewhat familiar to what you had earlier that day. In fact, you're getting a bit tired because it has been a long day. And some of you might not be used to traveling without a clear day and night cycle. Yes. Armsmen arrayed, standing at attention. Although the officer awaiting you this time seems to be much more decorated, and he is not alone, as a tech priest is standing by his side, his head deeply or concealed deep in his hood, essentially balancing himself on his Omnissiah axe. The space where you exit, though, is much smaller, as the Firestorm frigate doesn't have a proper lighter bay. Or rather, just a bay for cargo and so on, not for attack craft and so on. Yeah, and as you leave the lighter, right ahead from you is a aging man with a very pronounced heavy build, clad in a navy uniform, of course. At least at this point you can tell that he's definitely higher ranking than the first officer was. He writes his monocle before saying to you, or greeting you in a booming voice, "I am Captain Margot Sofat. I welcome you on the Gaze of Onassis. We have been told there's urgent imperial business of the utmost importance you have to take care of here. We are, of course, offering you all our resources and capabilities as you need. Just give the word. Well, anyway, welcome."
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now then.
Phallus nods.
Now then. How can I help you?
Well, this isn't or my particular request, or musing. An idle musing I have isn't any official business of my own, though these two may have some. I was wondering about your side of the story to a little disagreement you had recently with Colonel Xander Quano.
He raises one of his eyes to a, well, he's looking like The Rock, and he has to keep his monocle from falling out of his eye.
Oh, so that's what that said. We're going to get the people's elbow.
Yes, you will get the people's elbow if you make him upset.
Oh God, please no! Just let that be you.
But Rocky sucks.
Oh no!
But yes, he seems both upset and intrigued at that. Well, there's a lot of I could say about the man, but nothing you would say in polite company, is it?
Shall we move to impolite company then?
I like you. And they say Imperial officials are always so stuffy. But, yes, follow me. Come with me.
And unless anyone,
we go.
yeah.
Only a few of the armsmen follow silently behind. A count of 4. Still in the corridors. Not actually even there yet. It's fairly quiet here. So, yes, what did you want to know? He starts up the conversation while still walking. Oh, and don't worry about them. They can hear everything. Unless you want to kill me.
No.
Valis coughs.
No, I am, as I said, I personally, I'm just curious about your side of what happened. Is not my particular wondering. We can go to more serious matters after, but to start things off, I am just wondering about what happened there. And if there was anything that could be done to resolve it.
I just told the man the truth. I just told him the truth. And he didn't like that, so he challenged me to a duel. And, well, let's say he probably underestimated the dueling skills of an old Navy vet. He probably thought that, because he's a dirt kisser, he's got that all fixed up right. Well, I proved him wrong, and he didn't like that.
Yes. Very prideful man, I guess.
And he doesn't even have a reason to. Like, I have never seen such incompetence in the Imperium's armed forces. Seriously, it is a shame he hasn't died yet. In fact, I should have killed him. But, well, circumstances didn't allow that.
This is well, you see, it's having an unfortunate effect on his men and their performance, apparently.
Well, then I would tell you to just remove him and get someone actually competent in his position. That is my honest and very helpful advice. Now, it is not my station to advise, well, throne agents such as yourself, but you can believe a man of my experience.
Of course. I think in their current chain, though, would you say, do you know anyone who would be a fitting replacement within the structure of command there that would be suitable?
Yeah, he plays with his chin a bit. I'm really sorry, but I can't say I do. You see, we're only here to refuel and rearm, and then we're going to be back on patrol. Except for this sorry excuse of a man, for a man, sorry. I have very little familiarity with the guard forces of Tyria. I just hope that he's not an example.
Likewise, I've only been here briefly myself. I am not too familiar with the men and their caliber there, though if they're underperforming due to this incident, I do wonder if it would be possible for you to try to at least temporarily resolve your differences before you go.
He raises his eyebrow again.
He's about to do the people's elbow on your ass, man. You don't want to fuck with this captain, man.
At least
I mean, anybody who can do the rock eyebrow with a monocle is a man who deserves respect, and I endeavor to be everything like him.
Sebastian will add, at least not for him, but for the sake of his men.
Yeah, you did find pretty damn good words there. Okay, give me a charm plus 20, because I also like Valus. Plus 20.
Okay. I'm gonna use a fate point to make it better.
Actually, yeah, no, go ahead.
Okay.
You can do it, bro.
We'll see. Ah!
This is not it yet, though. We're going to go full ham on this, so this is only the start. Let me pull up my Excel.
Monocle?
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Whoops. Okay. Give me just a minute. I need to fix up this table real quick.
You do that, I'm mining.
What are you mining?
Bottle of Gear Albanian mineral. Water.
Neat.
Yeah. So neat. Just 9 more levels. Doing this on a controller, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're my hero.
Yeah. I just gotta make sure I move the controller every so often so I don't get kicked from the game. Hopefully you don't hear this.
Okay. Sebastian, can you quickly tell me your influence?
It is 37 right now.
Okay.
Because of the minus.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He scratches his chin some more. You make a compelling argument, but can't you just get rid of the man? And then see whoever would be next in line for promotion anyway?
Well, that is a possibility, though I'm not sure what effect it would have on the morale of his troops. If he is, for some reason, an example for them, they must have some kind of idolized version of him in their minds that inspires them to do as well as they do, despite his flaws himself. So I think to remove him would be a detriment, at least on them.
Okay. Yes. Attempt another charm plus 20, but you have to use intelligence this time.
God.
Yeah.
I can't seem to change the intelligence, so let's do a normal roll then.
Right.
I hope you have okay intelligence.
No, I don't. and I'm out of fate points.
The thing is, he was trying for a logical argument when he's not the most logical person. Or at least not the most... logical is perhaps the wrong word. Let's say a mental argument. A rational argument. Well...
What? That doesn't look right. Do I have... Oh, that's right, because I did a... Shit. Sorry, that should be +0, because I put the 20, because I'm used to rolling the skill, and then it deducts it automatically. So
But
I don't have... Well, no, I don't have charm. Right, so it's a -20.
Why am I...
That being said, though, I forgot to tell you to add the Inquisition stuff on the first one. The second one is still a failure, but the first one isn't.
Okay.
But that was my fault. I should have specified. He's still kind of on the fence after all this. If you could make any sort of good argument or find a different approach to raise his disposition a bit more, then... Right now he is almost literally on the fence about it.
Could I offer him, like, his ship... I don't want to seem too much like I'm gonna bribe him, but like, is his ship fully equipped? Like, are they being treated well in this docking bay? Like, do they have? Are they lacking for anything? Like,
okay. In general, that is perfectly possible. I would like to point out, though, that you might want to be careful about not getting into the depth of too many people, or make too many promises that your current influence just can't hold up.
Yeah.
This is a Imperial Navy vessel, so anything they could require is probably out of your influence.
Okay, better idea.
I got a question that might help him.
Okay.
The sisters on Thinkilos, are they been bonded with the Imperial Navy ships?
They do not own Thinkilos. They have the Abbey there, and it's important, obviously, for the training there. And but no, they don't own it. The governor is still just.
I think he said on the sisters on Thinkilos. Do they have a bonded ship?
Oh, well, not that you know of, but it's highly. I mean, it's almost required because they're training on some sort of backwater world. How would they ever get to a meaningful war zone without it?
Fair enough. Well, there goes my idea, but I'll try.
Oh, I know. How about I can look into getting him replaced in the future, though in my current, admittedly at my current status as a member of the Inquisition, I am not powerful enough yet to do so, but in the future I can definitely do that for him if it's resolved now.
Okay, hold on.
I do have crap influence, and that's a pretty valid argument.
Yep.
Man, I wish I could.
Perhaps we can throw some breadcrumbs that would lead to a future investigation or another investigation to be led against him.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I could. I want to say this, but I have a feeling that it's not possible. Is it possible that we can get someone who's... I forget. I was going to mention,
let's resolve this one first.
Okay.
Give me a willpower or command willpower test with a total of a +30.
Please tell me you have command.
I do.
It doesn't matter. If he doesn't have command, then he's just making a regular willpower test.
Pretty good.
That is pretty good. How many degrees of success is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 exactly, isn't it? 5.
Is this?
I think he
Yeah,
missed
that's
6 by 1 point.
Yep.
Yeah, he missed about 1 point. Yeah.
Yeah. You look like a man of honor and a man of his word. He actually slaps the side of your arm a little bit. I don't know. Something tells me I can believe you, and that you got some backbone. He thinks again for a moment. This is your last chance to throw anything in. Your chances right now are fairly good. In fact.
I can't think of much more. As you said, I don't want to make promises I can't keep. But this one I can keep, I think, if I stick to it.
Okay. Then you may have the honor of rolling a D100.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Would it help if I throw in my idea about throwing breadcrumbs to future investigators?
I don't... sorry, I'm not following.
Okay, never mind then.
Okay.
My idea was seeing if we could somehow get Anita to be the replacement.
She's Navy.
Yeah, full.
This is a guard matter. The Navy and the guard are fighting, basically. But, okay, I'm rolling.
Alright, that's all you needed. I suppose I can try to be the bigger man in for the sake of this fine Imperium we have here.
Sebastian will pat him on the shoulder and offer to shake his hand. Thank you. I will not forget this, and I promise you, by my word.
You've seen action yourself, haven't you?
That's right.
Yes, I can see it in your eyes. Good man. Yes, I guess I will... I will make some fitting remarks that he wasn't in the right shape. He clearly was ill during our duel, and all is a terrible misunderstanding. Right?
That's right. Thank you.
Of course, I won't be sad if I never have to see this man again afterwards.
Of course.
Yes. Wow. Good news! Okay, I'm just going to get it out of the way now so we have it done for now, but you should definitely keep it in mind for the future. Like the promises you made. But for the time being, you recover the 2 influence that you had lost. And by getting a respected Navy captain to respect you in turn, you also gain 1 influence.
Ooh.
Is that just him or all of us?
Unfortunately, just him.
Even though I made him laugh? Damn, okay.
even though I helped with the connections?
I mean...
Your help was circumstantial at best.
The thing is, influence isn't always fair. You're not the 2 guys, you're not the 2 people he's going to remember.
To be fair, I'm being facetious. Izzy actually wants influence really, really badly.
Hold on a minute. Imagine this is an iron cup, okay? Got your influence, sir. There you go.
What?
Okay, like a beggar in the street, having a tin can asking for money. Any money, sir? Stuff like that.
But keep in mind, this is under the assumption that everything works out. So you may lose it again, but for the time being, you have it.
Okay.
Alrighty.
I'm noting it down on my sheet so I don't forget.
Right.
Way.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, now that this happy business is over, I wonder if you can help us with some actual issues.
Yes, I did mention that these two might have business unrelated to mine. They did come along and help me get this far, so yes, there are some things that perhaps you can help with that are actual official matters.
I'm listening.
And he'll motion to Valis.
Do you know this man?
I've seen him before, definitely. Looks like Admiral. Let me think about it for a moment. Do you know the ship he's commanding?
The only thing we have to go on is this. God, what are they called?
Drawing. I mean, right now it's literally just a drawing.
Yeah, drawing, but there's like a word for those. Artist rendition. That's the word I was looking for. This
Okay.
Artist's rendition.
Okay. I'm sorry I cannot be of more help, but I am almost certain it's one of the Viasis breed. I've had to work with them in the past.
The Viasis?
Yes.
What's that?
That's his family. I think they're even from Tyria here. And according to his drawing, looks like he's Admiral now. Last time, if it's the one I'm thinking about, he was a captain. Just a few years ago, really. But I might be thinking of the wrong one, but I'm fairly certain it's a Viasis.
Is it common for a man to be elevated from captain to admiral in such a short time?
It would seriously surprise me, but I do not know what kind of campaigns the man has, or what kind of friends, as unfortunate as it is to say.
If you know of the family, do you know of anyone closer to the family you might point me in the direction to ask?
I'm terribly sorry. I'm drawing an entire blank on any specific names. But I think that should get you started. I'm fairly certain if you dropped a name in important circles in Tyria, they will be able to point you in the right direction.
Well, you understand that name dropping can often be a double-edged sword.
Well, that shouldn't be a problem for fine sirs like yourselves, right? But as I said, I'm terribly sorry. That is all I can tell you.
Any chance for a scrutiny to see if he's lying?
Yeah. Sure, right.
Good.
You should fate point it.
Straight up scrutiny?
Yeah. Actually, hold on. I just made this. Actually, plus 10.
Ooh. What is my perception? Shit, right? Yeah, 38.
That ain't mine.
48. Yeah, let's do a fate point.
I think the group could do with some extra perception, it seems.
Too bad it's
Yeah.
fucking expensive for me.
Well,
500 for one.
I mean, you gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
Like Valis. As far as you can read people, he certainly doesn't show any of the signs that you associate with Lion. He has a perfectly straight gaze at you, and if he is lying, he's a very confident liar. And somehow, with his general bearing, this is not a quality you would ascribe to him.
Well, I thank you for your forthcomingness. We do not wish to impose unloyal arbiters of the Emperor's might any more than we need to.
It is no problem at all. It was actually a joy to have a bit of a different encounter today. Otherwise, the days are always the same when you're not in combat. Sadly. Well, is there anything I can offer you while you're still here, or are you going to be on your way?
We do not wish to impose.
Time is an important resource, so I think we'll be going, but I will keep in touch with you.
I'm looking forward to it. Oh no, never mind. You have the name of the ship, so when you have an astropath, you can just say, "Hey, a message to the gaze of Von Esses," and it will hopefully arrive. So yeah, there's that. Okay, yeah, fine. Everything fine.
Okay.
Okay. Then that's that. Alright. What would be the next step then? After returning to Tyria, I assume? Obviously, first off, before anything else happens. Hold on. God damn it. I have too many songs that I barely use.
Songs are hard.
Yeah, songs are hard. There we go. So yes, next day, what do you intend to do?
You didn't happen to spell out the guy's last name, did you?
Oh,
up in chat. All I can go above is VIASIS.
yes.
Thank you.
I mean, I did it for Josh as well. Oh yes, yeah. There we go.
Neat.
Neat indeed. So yeah, what's the plan?
We send it. So Gaius has a Voxcaster, right?
Yes.
So we can send the information to Gaius to help him in his investigation.
Yeah. I just realized in the future it might be better to roll for time, make the test, and then after the time has passed, I actually tell you the result. That would make a lot more sense. But right now it doesn't matter.
Send the information to Gaius to help his investigation along.
You are having trouble raising him. Someone make me a tech use tech use plus 0.
His bathroom flooded. He can't answer.
Correct.
Exactly. I suppose that means it is Quinn's turn to roll for it.
You mean Quinn's in the hospital, Quinn?
Well, he was a diff in a day.
Oh yes, at this point he would be absolutely communicative and fine. In fact, he doesn't even recall what the fuck happened. He doesn't have any fate points, so he fails to raise him on the box.
Could we go somewhere and just raise him?
Well,
I believe it would be more his location than ours. Like their tomb vaults, they're deep underground.
Yeah.
And shielded.
You don't have the tech use robot?
No, I don't. I have no tech use, and my intelligence is crap. My target.
As a guardsman, it's available to him, but because his intelligence is shit, it has not been a worthwhile investment for him.
Yeah, I would. My target number right now would be 7. I mean, I can try it, but I mean,
Nah, that's
yeah, no.
yeah.
I mean, we could go to where he is. Do we know exactly where he is or no?
Well, the main administratum headquarters on Terria. And then deep underground.
Could go there, or we could just try finding out stuff on our end.
I mean, you have a name.
Yeah, we just need to figure out how we can put the two together.
That is true.
Who would deal with nobles? Would the clergy possibly?
Possibly, yeah.
I'll talk to Sebastian like, well, since we have a name, if you want, I would imagine the clergy deals with nobles from there every now and then, so I could go ask the clergy.
Yeah. Don't see any problem with that. Sounds good.
Alrighty. I guess I'll go by myself since, I have a personal connection with the man.
Oh.
Oh, well, I won't ask him. I'll just ask people in the clergy, someone in the clergy of Tyria.
No, yeah, go on. Sorry, I was spaced out because I was considering something for a moment. Can you repeat what you're going to do?
Go to the clergy of Tyria. Ask them who can, it's where the Vanessa's family is located.
Viasis. The name
Viasis.
is close, but not the same.
Or someone who can get me in contact with him.
Alright, then give me an inquiry test, plus 10, base. And then...
There's peer applies, right?
Sorry?
Peer applies, right?
Yes, and Inquisition applies as well. Unless you don't want it to. Although at this point, it's kind of hard to ignore your reputation.
Fucking doing it. Our reputation's so fucking wild, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So that's a plus 40, right?
Yes.
And this is a inquiry?
Yes.
Let me check something out right quick. I want to check out that talent, okay?
Okay.
Let me read this thing carefully. Okay, so clues for the crowd would apply, right?
I mean, if you spend an entire day asking around, yes.
And then it's going to take Josh like
4 more days.
So I might as well spend a day, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, couldn't hurt.
Plus, I don't want to end up using my 3-point reroll. I'd rather use the clues from the crowd reroll.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm rolling on a 83. I have a pull thing up. There you go. Inquiry. Move out the way, bitch. 40. There you got it.
Okay.
Maybe I'll get more successes because I spent the whole day. And I'm more successes for better information.
Well, first up, you're learning that the Viasis Spire is, in fact, to be found in the Spire regions. And they have a rather illustrious history of military success, both in the Navy and in the Guard. How many degrees of success? Yeah, sure. Apparently, the newest princeling, as it were, is Photos Viasis, who is, in fact, currently Admiral Photos Viasis, who is apparently currently present on Tyria. And, he has many great battles to his name, which also explains his rapid rise through the ranks.
Start from the bottom, now he's here.
Sorry?
It's a rap song reference.
Okay.
Start from the bottom, now he's here.
Right. Other Viasis might be present at the Spire as well. Most likely are. Although it's not specifically known, if any. Aside from that, the family is certainly active in some of the regiments of the Tyrian regiments. Has some members. Yeah. And aside from that, there are also a couple, which is in fact the first connection that you get that sort of reveals the rest, is that there are also some that have become bishops. Although not in Tyria.
Okay.
But a very successful family. In fact, one of the bigger ones to be found on Tyria, as far as noble families are concerned.
Do they happen to have bishops on something close?
No.
Okay.
They, one of the bishops on Verabel is a Viasis.
Okay. Okay. I will thank them for the information, and I will go on my merry way and make sure to try to contact Sebastian.
Sebastian's probably just somewhere within range of his Vox cache, so he'll answer.
Yeah?
It sounds empty without the answering sound.
Yeah.
I'm just going to imagine it. Fuck it. Sebastian,
Yes.
I got the information we need.
Oh, excellent. Tell me in person.
Of course.
Vox
You never know.
over.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where are you located?
Out of character, I assume probably just the Fortress Intractable. Unless, I mean,
Okay.
that's our base, right?
Yeah.
Would make sense,
Yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, I'm at I'm at home. So,
Well,
come.
isn't home, didn't you get yourself a hat?
Home is where the heart is.
Well, I'm trying to use vague terms. I mean, whatever.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, go on.
Like, you know, like wink, wink, we're on a Vox.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Understood. I'll see you soon.
Alright.
I'll start making my way to home.
Alright. What have Valis and Sebastian done over the day?
I think Sebastian over the day would have just spent the day maybe looking into other people in that regiment who are qualified for later. I mean, I'm not powerful enough to do it yet, but just get prepared might be a good idea.
Yep.
Maybe even check up on them later, see if that's changed at all. But for now, yeah, just looking into the
Blah, blah.
where it was. I'm trying to find the name. 76 light guards, just the people in it,
Okay.
and if any of them are good.
Oh, I don't think you're all that equipped for handling this task, but you gotta start
Yeah.
somewhere, I guess.
Yep, I know, right? Like, that's what I'm saying. I'm nowhere near anywhere like to completing it or anything. Just to get started. Like, if there's any notable people who have appeared in information that I do have access to, probably public information.
Then give me an inquiry based on intelligence, +10, please.
Okay. Oh wait, shoot! I need to change that to intelligence.
It might not
There we
offer the
go.
option, just although I'm not sure.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Thankfully. Hey, I did it.
Hey. Yeah. So you learn a decent amount about the people, also the surrounding people, as well as some of the other noble houses associated with, especially military service here on Terria. Not immediately relevant, but note down 2 degrees of success, and we will look into this later, or revisit this later. And what about Valis? Actually, Valis would probably still be busy with Nawakazi and his little training for Favored by the Warp.
Okay.
Unless you have something urgent in mind that you want to do rather.
I'm at 1 wound.
Oh, I mean,
I'd like to not be at 1 wound.
Well. Hold on.
But sure, no Bakazi. That all works too.
You heal that many wounds.
Yay! It's a lot of wounds.
This is actually from the 2 days of sleep, plus the healing, so...
Oh, then Nobakazi it is.
Well, I mean, yes, to a certain degree you could do that either way. It's not like you're entirely debilitated. So yeah. Okay, a very quick break until Izzy is back, and then we're gonna have a talk, and then it's probably it for today, but we'll see.
Okay.
Poor Josh.
I think Josh has bigger things to worry about right now.
Does he? Does he really?
Well, did you see his Discord message?
I did.
Oh, gee.
It sure would be it's okay that we got rid of all of our maintenance employees. Surely nothing too disastrous could possibly happen.
And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Still nobody else? Sadness.
No, I'm here. It's just I was muted for some reason.
Okay.
I'm here.
Okay,
Hi.
perfect. Then Valeria and Sebastian, and I guess Valis have the stage.
Alright, I got our information. The information is there is an admiral in that family. The admiral's name is Admiral Photos Viasis. They are on the Viasis spire is on the spire level of the hive. And apparently the whole family it's a very illustrious family. Has many connections to the Imperial Navy. They even have some bishops and warlords. And Admiral Photos Viasis is currently on planet.
Okay. Sorry, is that in the chat so I can note it down, the spelling of it?
It's up near...
I'll just copy and paste it for you.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
It's photos like pictures you take and then Viasys.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so with that information, well, how would you approach this?
Well...
Well, we could find out where he is before we decide whether to confront him or not.
Yes, that's true.
I think we should do it by checking.
Imperial Navy again, this time with a name?
Well, trying to think if the Navy would tell us. I got nothing.
So if we wait, people. So it looks like all the options is that option A, talk to the Navy, or option B, talk with the family itself.
Sorry, what was option B?
Talk with the family itself.
Oh yeah. I wonder if the family has any rivals that would be willing to give us information.
Wish I asked that now.
Political intrigue.
Because they might be more forthcoming than his own family.
Well, we might be able to get information like that from the Navy also, maybe.
I'm also very curious on how he got promoted.
Apparently he had very glorious battles, even though no one knows. The person who people I talked to didn't know the details.
We don't know what battles, but there were battles.
Basically. Information is information.
Is that likely? I thought the only people who kept those kind of secrets were us.
Yeah, you'd think a guy who's had illustrious battles would be bragging about them all the time. So under the Navy or the family?
I like the rival family idea.
We still need to find out who the rival family is. We don't have that information.
Well, no, but that could be... I'm not going to say super easy, but it can't be too difficult to find out.
That's why I was thinking we could talk to the Navy, find out who the rival family to the Viasys is, and then talk to them.
Word may have already gotten around that we as Inquisition agents have been asking about this man, so if the rival family hears about that, I'm sure they'll be very willing to try and get on our good side with information.
Would, well, it's common lore, not pure. I was going to see if there's, like, if Underworld would help me find, like...
Would it be nobility?
Political, like, drudgery. I mean, like, because nobles engage in the Underworld to do their dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
So would Underworld help me find out if, like, through Underworld connections, if I can find a rivalry like that? Because if there were such skullduggery going on, that's how it would occur is through underworld forces and underworld contacts.
I think the best person to answer would be Gnome, since he has common law underworld.
So do I.
But how many fate points you got?
1.
He hasn't used a single one this session.
Well, that's too bad.
We also don't know where he is.
Yeah, so it's kind of a moot point right now.
Can't we just use Gideon's character to do it?
Well,
is it something...
he left already. I mean, we can't talk to him.
Was he out of combat rage or something?
It's only a kilometer.
I'm not talking about Josh's character, just in case that's...
No, I know. Remember early in the session he just left, and we failed our awareness to find him.
Yeah. Remember, that's why he was asking us whether we were paranoid or not.
Okay.
That might have been a stress as the way he said that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, when that was happening and he left, and none of us noticed. Point of reference. I'm hoping.
But I'm going to try to accommodate Gideon.
Okay.
Alright. Gideon. Nope. Okay.
Haha, you thought you were successful. Because you made the sound.
Okay, Saibot. Oh my god.
You need to leave me some joy in this life.
I thought you collecting my limbs was your joy.
Well...
He's slowly building a new person. I mean, he took your limbs, he took your skin,
Yeah.
took your foot.
Yeah.
Soon he'll only need to take your face.
Nice.
Alright, so I guess Gideon is freaking out. Oh. Have fun, anyway.
Hey. So,
with that.
Saibot, is this a reasonable course of reasoning? Or line of reasoning?
To try to find out their rivalries, you mean?
Rivalries through their underworld connections. Like using common lore underworld to find who the rival is by seeing who they contract to do their underworld dealings.
I mean, at that point, it's obviously secretive. If that's how it's going on, then common law wouldn't cut it. You would need to get in there and wade through the mud, or have a very good ranking of forbidden law criminal cartels.
Yeah, sounds like it'd be more like you need to use the common law to like find an assassin, and then ask the assassin if there was like assassinations from this family, and then go from there and all that.
Then, that being said, with your current subtlety, mucking around as throne agents with all these kinds of things, I mean, that's going to also get around very quickly.
I was trying to be subtle. It ain't working. We could try as much as we...
I guess like it sounds like it'd be more like we might be better off just looking at old news and then making our own deductions from that. Like if there were mysterious deaths in like a family, and then later on the other family gained something quite beneficial related to it, like someone.
I mean, the idea is nice, but that's almost like an inquest level of...
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna keep you from it. Perfectly fine. I'm just saying that's a whole can of worms you're opening up there. And I'm all for it. I'm just warning you that this isn't something that's gonna be resolved. It might be resolved quickly in game time, but certainly not easily.
Yeah. Just an idea.
Well, sounds like the best idea would be having Josh do that, but Josh is busy for the next, 3 days now?
I mean, we could get started on it. If it's an inquest, then it adds up, right? So, like, by the time he's done, he can help us.
Yeah. I don't even know where we just start looking for stuff like that. Maybe they messed on them.
News articles, yes. That would be, that would be a good place to start.
Yep.
But the thing is, now we gotta think about.
That being said, official news on Terria is handled. It's still part of the Adeptus Terra, of course, by the Office for. Wow, names, words, they're hard. Dissemination of Truth. The Office for Dissemination of Truth. There we go. Which would be also a decent place to start, but that's more Imperial level news and not necessarily Terria.
And plus, we need to figure out we need a certain thing that was request we just asked between the last 5 to 10 years, last few months.
Or, a very easy way would be finding some sort of inside man that could cooperate, as in a noble that is actually actively working with you.
Say that again, you broke on.
Finding an inside man, a noble who's in the know, who's who's eager and capable of working with you.
Yeah. It's kind of hard. How would we find someone like that? Just be searching and then someone can approach us hey, I heard you searching for something.
Yeah.
So you want to approach us for what?
Well, essentially, the problem, or it's not a problem, it's just something I want to point out. Every sort of underhanded or covert approach to the whole matter is already tricky, simply from the simple fact that word will probably spread of your activities, which may make the whole thing pointless.
This is why I'm maybe we should just. Our facility's already messed up. We can't be subtle at this point. Maybe we should just go to the family at this point. Because trying to be subtle about this ain't working. Our facility sucks.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, let's go to the family first, see how they react, and then depending on how forthcoming they are with information or not, then we do the other options. Because I think I got too ahead of myself there. I'm thinking ahead, what if the family doesn't give us information? But they might, so we may as well go to them first.
If he did go to Admiral very quickly, then maybe they're very proud of it. There's no reason for them to hide it.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
Are you going to head out right in the night or tomorrow?
Probably during the day. I don't think Inquisitors showing up on your doorstep in the middle of the night's a very...
Tell us about your promotion!
It doesn't make you want to give information.
Yeah.
Or maybe it does. Maybe you're intimidated. We could do that.
Give us tea!
Investigation by fear is a staple of the Inquisition, so, going for the shock and awe approach is not necessarily bad. That being said, you might not have quite the awe part if you're just heading there by yourselves.
So let's go get some more bites.
If necessary.
Obviously we need sisters. Again.
Let's go get sisters and Arbites.
Get them both.
And some dudes from the gaze of Arnassus. Just bring everybody. We want to ask you some questions.
And then you have an entire army assembled. behind you.
We'd like to inquire about photos. Quick promotion.
Yeah.
Or questions.
So yeah, are you going to head there immediately or tomorrow?
We probably want to get the squad. And by squad, everyone but Gaius, I guess. And Gideon, apparently.
Well, we'll see if Gideon returns in time.
We'll see if Gideon's player arrives in time.
Yeah. Okay, so that is tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd say tomorrow. Myself,
Yeah,
what about
tomorrow.
you two? Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Are you quite finished, Izzy?
It's only a day away, yeah.
Okay. Well. Perhaps surprisingly, though, this is not what will happen next week. What will happen next week, you will learn soon, maybe in a few hours, but tomorrow at the latest. I will have the character sheets for the characters that you will play next week in Roll20 ready for you to view, and all you players have to can then figure out between yourselves who wants to play who.
What?
What?
You're changing characters for next week, and you will
Why?
pick one. Well, you'll see.
Okay, surprise. Okay, good. I thought that's fine. That's fine. I just thought I was like missing something that we knew
No,
about.
Sacker shenanigans are happening, and next week I'm playing Quinn.
No, let's make it worse. Next week you're playing Valeria.
That would only be worse for you, Izzy, and I don't think Saibot would allow that. Because many reasons.
I'm fairly certain, though, at least Izzy and Yue are going to like it.
As long as I like it, that's all I care about.
Ah, well, fuck you, sir. Fuck you. Anyway.
I'm not sir.
Ah,